Hello, 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 hello. Look, people. I want to thank you for supporting my last video. I got a subscriber from it. I forgot how many views I got. I feel like I got a bunch of views. Let's see. Let's look it up real quick. I got a subscriber from it. I got 409 views. I appreciate that. I didn't even really look at the comments or nothing for real. There might have been a bunch of more comments I needed to comment too, but I really appreciate it. You know, but this is something I just wanted to do. This really even really about a topic. I'm a I'm a successful individual, and you know, every now and then, why is there? I must have put that on the screen. Every now and then, I want to give out my knowledge to the world. About how to be successful, about how to be great, and so if you're looking for some inspiration or the way you're stuck in a loop, you don't know how to escape. You're like, I want to be greater, but I just can't be great. Or you don't believe that you can be great. I'll tell you the 5 things in life that make you an amazing, successful person. And if you can do these 5 things, you can achieve anything, okay? Not anything, obviously, but I'm saying you could achieve what you want to achieve as long as it's a realistic goal, okay? And so my goal is 200 subscribers. I'm at 119. So I would appreciate if you subscribe, comment below, if you enjoy the content. If you don't, like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate it. So let's get into it. We got number one. Number one is hard work. Why are the lines like this? We got hard work, okay? You got to be a hard worker, okay? When you do stuff, you got to. And this is not going to be like my normal video where I'm just like talking trash and being mad, disrespectful to people, okay? But you just got to be a hard worker. Well, I might get a little disrespectful because to be successful, you got to do stuff that others don't do. You got to be above. You got to do, when you see that coworker that's just lazy and just can get by, you know what I'm saying? By just doing what they got to do, you got to do more than that. You got to be above that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a hard worker. You got to really put in that work. You got to really give it your all. You got to appreciate your craft, right? And you know what I'm saying? You got to really put in that work. You got to give it your all because effort is important. If somebody sees effort at hard work, if somebody can see that you're giving effort, they'll give you a chance because that's all they really need. Somebody who got effort, who can listen. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Number two, hard workers. You got to be a hard worker. And it's hard, but you got to be a hard worker. Number two, it's not. This isn't even in any order. You need all of these things, really. You need a good mindset, okay? And mindset is um you know what? Mindset. What is that in two? I don't know. Number three. What's number three? We already know what number 5 is. You need some little luck. You need some luck. What's number 4? What's number 3? Hard work, mindset, confidence. I don't know how to spell confidence. Something like that. I think it's something like that. Maybe not the end. That's embarrassing. Um, what else? Confidence and attention to detail. I think this is it. Attention to detail. Um, okay. Yeah, attention to detail. So hard work, like I said. Then we get to number two. Oh, you can't even see this. Then we get to number two. Number two is mindset. It's all about your mindset. When you do stuff, you got to think positively. Like when you go to do something, when you go to achieve a goal. Like I want to be a lawyer, right? When I told myself, I want to be a lawyer. That's that. You got the angel and the devil pop up on your shoulders, and they go. One of them go, you can do it. You can do it. The other one goes, you can't do it. You ain't worth nothing. You ain't gonna be nothing. You just gonna be like all the people around you. Okay? And especially if you're in an environment that isn't conducive to a goal that isn't kind of realistic to your environment, that maybe you don't see as often. That devil on your shoulder is real powerful. You know what I'm saying? He's real powerful. Cause the angel is telling you you can do it. And you done seen something that you could do it, but your environment, that devil is, you got more experience with the devil saying you know more of that. That's what you more right. That's if you in depending on your environment, right? But you need the mindset. You need to be in a good space. You kind of need to be reflective. You need to reflect. Maybe six. Well, that kind of goes in like your mindset. You need to be thinking about growth. You have to round out your mindset. You have to have a good positive mindset. You have to believe that you can do it. Oh, yeah. Mindset, yeah. Believe in yourself. This is the most important thing. Really remind yourself. Like how most people stop achieving is just they don't believe in themselves. Like the amount of when I see somebody and they don't believe in themselves, it hurts me. Cause if you don't believe that you could do something, like you're not gonna do it really. Like unless somebody else pushes you to do it, you're not gonna do it. Unless you believe you could do it. You're just not gonna do it, right? And so you just gotta have the belief in yourself. You gotta be positive. You have that positive reinforcement with yourself. You gotta think about your growth in a productive, like a positive manner. Because for example, myself, I expect a lot of myself. And when I don't achieve something that maybe I might put like a higher standard on myself. So I might want to achieve something that really isn't realistic for me to achieve. But if I convince myself I can achieve that and I fail, it's like I'm not worth nothing. So you can't have that kind of mindset. You gotta be realistic, and this just work over time. And this is where the last part comes in. Like you gotta be reflective. You gotta be when you do something, when you go through something, you gotta really think about and reflect what went wrong, how you could be better, how the situation could change, what you could and could control. Like what could you do differently? What was out of your control? Did you give the most effort? This is with the mindset. You gotta be in a really good headspace when you're achieving your dreams, when you want to be successful, right? Number three, which is with confidence too, but I mean with mindset too, but it's really confidence and believing in yourself. Like you have to have confidence. You have to move with confidence. If you don't, then people won't believe in you. If people ask me when I was younger, it was like, you what you want to be? I want to be a lawyer. I said that with my chest, right? I was confident, and this is kind of in with mindset. Like I just believed that, like that believing in yourself. This kind of goes two and three are kind of together. Maybe they're just the same or whatever, but I just believe I'm a win, right? I don't know, like I just believe even when the times is tough, even when I'm in college and I got three assignments due and I ain't started. Like I gotta. It's gonna be real crunchy and I gotta study for my finals and I got all this stuff going on. I always believe I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I always believe yes. That's what I'm. Cause that's just I can't lose. I gotta win. I have that confidence in myself that I believe I could do something, and then I do the things I need to do to get it done. Right? I do what I gotta do to get it done. And if I didn't, I learned from that, reflected on it, and then the next time I do what I gotta do to get it. But I had that confidence in myself that as long as I do what I need to do, put my full effort forth, you know, then I feel like I could do whatever I set my mind to. Like I really do believe in myself. I could do this, do that, do this, do that. Like you know what I'm saying? And for me, it took me some time to really get as much confidence as I do now. But when you know what I'm saying, it's that self-talk. When you don't have confidence, it's like fake it till you make it. You gotta you really gotta do that kind of. Not like you can't overdo it. You ain't gotta do it for the world. But to yourself, you gotta be like, I can do it. I can do it. I will do it. It's gonna happen. It's not even a thought. It's just gonna happen. And then you gotta do the things. You gotta be a hard worker. You gotta have the right mindset. You gotta have the attention to detail to make that confidence a real thing. Because there are people who believe they can do a bunch of things, but we know they can never do those things because they don't have these other steps. They're just kind of delusional, because my confidence could be delusional. It was more delusional in the past, right? Because I would just believe I could do whatever I want to do. And I'm like, yeah, if I really put in effort. But, you know what I'm saying? You got to bring these other things along so that confidence isn't just like a delusion. But you got to believe in yourself. You got to know you could do it. If you don't, then, you know what I'm saying, you just won't do it, or you won't give your full effort. You won't really give it your all. And then we go to number 4, which is attention to detail. And I really should have fixed the order or whatever, but attention to detail and hard work, these are kind of linked too, but you can't just work hard and just run forward into a brick wall. You got to be, well, this is what I said earlier with hard work. You got to really love your craft. That's that attention to detail. You got to really put in that effort to realize what others do and what makes you stand out from others, in that field. If you do these things, if you have that attention to detail, if you see this little speck, if I turn this in and I see this little black dot, other people don't, right? And they get points off for this little black dot right here. But I saw it. So they gonna recognize me more than, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have that attention to detail. You gotta make sure it's 100%. You gotta check it 3-4 times. You gotta make sure you know all the rules and you do everything right. You gotta be real attentive and pay attention, and people notice that. You know what I'm saying? People notice when you come in. Maybe it's you come in, you know what I'm saying? You got the belt in, shirt tucked in, everything is perfect. Instead of another person coming in and maybe they shirt a little wrinkly, maybe they ties a little off. You gotta really try to just do. You have to do more than others. You just have to. These hard work and attention to detail really go together too. You just have to do more, achieve more. You have to want more. And I go back into the mindset when number 2 is you have to expect more for yourself. Overall, this is just kind of an overall thing. You have to expect more of yourself. For me, I always expected a lot of myself. And when I didn't achieve that, I was very hard on myself. But you gotta expect a lot of yourself. You have to want to be better than other people. I mean, you might see your coworkers and they're just lazy. I want to be lazy too. But if you really want to be great, if you want to be successful, if you just don't want to be, working, if you really want to do something amazing and be successful and just, be a cut above the rest, or you want to, you know what I'm saying, you want to go to college and graduate or get a graduate's degree or become a lawyer or own a business, run a business, anything, streaming, you have to, and even being a cut above the rest, you could be, you work at McDonald's. I mean, if you want to be a supervisor, if you want to run a McDonald's, you want to be a shift leader, you got to do these things. This really applies to everybody. I mean, but you are cut above the rest of McDonald's workers. But you gotta, if you want, you just have to expect more of yourself than other people. Other people think this is okay. For myself, I told myself, A's and B's. That's all I want is A's and B's. I can't get nothing lower than a B, right? And I carried that through until my senior year of college. when I got a C in my capstone class for political science. So for however many years, starting in elementary school, you don't get grades in primary school, but starting in elementary school, A's and B's until my senior year in college. Now, law school, that is dead. I don't care about none of that. I'm gonna be honest with you, because grades don't really matter after this. I don't really care about none of that. And I have some classes where grades are just, it's like my whole grade is a test and then some attendance. So if I get a C in that class, whatever. I can't do anything about that. But but I set a high standard for myself as an example, and I stuck to that standard. I put that standard on myself. Nobody, now my mama might have put that standard on me, but I kept that. I didn't do that standard for her. I did it for myself, because for me, maybe it's when I started doing it, like, because my papa would be like, you get on the AB Auto Road, I give you $10. So maybe that's why I started it. But eventually, it was like, oh, I want to go to college. I want to do this. I want to be a lawyer. I gotta have good grades. So A's and B's. And if I do worse than that, then that's a bad on me. So you have to set a high standard for yourself overall, just overall. And then the fifth one is luck. And when you look at luck, some people be like, Elon Musk is lucky, or Trump got lucky, right? And they did. They got lucky. But luck is also like when you are a hard worker, when you have attention to detail, when you have a good mindset and you're confident, and you are prepared, when you come prepared, when you're doing all the right things and you got the right mindset and you're doing the things you need to do to achieve a goal, if an opportunity pops up, you're ready for that. Like if something lucky pops up, luck is not all about just, some people are just lucky. I mean, that's the case. But luck is also something that could, I feel like I'm a very lucky person. I feel like I get lucky a lot. I do. But at the same time, I also put myself in situations where I could get lucky. You see what I'm saying? Like luck is something, is when sometimes the opportunity just pops up, and if you're not prepared for that opportunity, you know what I'm saying? You'd be like, oh, that's unlucky. Well, it wasn't unlucky. You just wasn't ready, right? You was unprepared for that situation. You didn't have your resume ready. You didn't have this ready. You didn't have that ready. You wasn't in the right mindset. So luck is luck, obviously. You could be Trump and get $1 million loan from your daddy and get a bunch of, a empire of businesses that your daddy already, like, you can get that. Or, you'd be like me. I was in high school, had community service. I was doing community service. I was in a bunch of clubs, AB Honor Roll and Honor Society, all that, playing sports. And my guidance counselor recommended me for an award at Berea College, the Carter G. Woodson, the Carter G. Woodson Award, Scholar Award, or whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called. I don't know if I have a plaque with me. I don't. And that's the reason and then I found out about Berea. And so that was a lucky opportunity for me, that my counselor had recognized me and the stuff I did throughout the school, and then recommended me for an award. I won the award. I found out about Berea, and I found out Berea was free for broke people. I'm broke. I come from a poor background. And I said, I'm going to Berea. So that was a lucky opportunity. That was some luck. But, I was doing all the things I needed to do to get that opportunity. So it was lucky. I got lucky. But at the same time, I was doing what I need to do for me to even apply for that luck. You know what I'm saying? So, if you do these things, right? If you do these things right here, success is guaranteed. It's like, is it 2 C's? Success is guaranteed. Like, it's 100%. It's 100% guaranteed, okay? And, I want to do these videos every now and then, to give the knowledge out. To, help others trying to find the way. And, I don't know it all. Maybe this list changes. Maybe at the end of the day, if you do these things, success is guaranteed in whatever you do. You could be working at McDonald's. You could be shoveling snow. You could be cutting grass. You could be a a preschool teacher, a lawyer, a doctor. If you do these things right here, you will succeed in what you want to do. Okay? If you really do these things, unless it's just a thing that's impossible, but obviously. But if you can do these things, you can succeed in life. Okay? And whatever you want to do. You want to be a YouTuber, you want to be a streamer, you can do all these things. Okay? Let me put in 6. 6. You gotta know when to quit though. Okay? You gotta know when to quit. This is a big problem for me. I don't like to give up on anything because I told you I put high standards on myself. So when I give up, I'm really hard on myself, right? But you still gotta know when to quit. You gotta know when to give up. Because sometimes you just lost. You gotta move on. Sometimes you just can't do something that you really want to do. It's just not possible for you to do. Like maybe I was young, I wanted to go to the league, right? I was little league, I was cold. I'm on the right side of the field. I'm running across the whole field, getting tackles on the left side of the field. I'm defensive end. I'm putting it all out there on the line. I'm cold, right? You know, I get to middle school, I ain't growing. I'm 4'11", strong, 100 pounds, right? I ain't growing. You know, I'm in 8th grade. We start playing teams, them cornbread fed country folk, and they are giants. And I'm 4'11", 100 pounds. All that heart I had when I was young and just that ain't working as much as it used to. Okay? I'm hitting my physical, my limits. I get to high school, it only gets worse. You know what I'm saying? I'm 4'11". By the end of freshman year, I'm 5'3", 120 pounds. What am I doing on the field? I'm playing D-line and fullback. I'm playing D-line and fullback at 120 pounds. I just wouldn't grow, right? You know what I'm saying? I just wouldn't grow. And so, them dreams died. That's when I knew for real. 8th grade is when I knew for real. It was like, college. I never was like I don't think I was like, really like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make it to the league. But, you know, I love football. I'm like, I play football, right? I always still had that college thing in my mind. Being a lawyer, that was always on my mind. That was what I was thinking about. But, you know, everybody got the hoop dreams in their background. Everybody got the sports dreams in their background. You know what I'm saying? But I got to 8th grade. And I'm like, oh, these boys is big. And I ain't getting no bigger. And they strong. And I'm in the weight room freshman year and I'm lifting. I'm trying my hardest to lift. And I'm just weaker than everybody else. I be lifting. They be barely lifting. They getting way stronger than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there lifting every day. I'm not getting that much stronger. They getting way stronger. I'm getting like 20 pounds a year. They getting like 100. Start freshman year, they benching 200 by the end of the year. That ain't me, right? So I knew it was over. So you got to know when to quit. Or not quit. You got to know when to pivot. You got to know when to move on. To go to something new. You know what I'm saying? I was streaming for years, right? I mean, I started on the Xbox or whatever. And, well, not years, inconsistently off and on. You know, I tried it and it just wasn't working out. And I wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? It made games kind of boring. I mean, not boring, but it made it feel like a job. I feel like I had to do good. It took the fun out of playing games. And I didn't like to edit videos. So I just started recording YouTube videos and commentary, which I like doing way more. And I'm doing way better in that avenue than I was streaming, right? And I think I'm even better at doing that than I was at streaming. And so, you know, you just gotta know to move on. But if you do these things, you will be successful in life. I promise you that. You know what I'm saying? It's a new year. It's the Mikal Bridges year. Because ain't nobody good that work 25. And so, my goal is 200 subscribers. I hope y'all enjoy the video. I hope y'all enjoy the content. Like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day.